Welcome back to another episode of Fourth World Quick Takes, where we do a two-question talk and we answer the hard-hitting questions of the week. And I'm here with my co-host Nicholas Todd. Really, how are you doing today?
Doing good, man. How are you doing?
All right, let's get straight into it. What are your thoughts on mental health during COVID?
Mental health during COVID. Well, I can guess you can kind of say it's different for everyone, especially with like a lot of the studies that are going on right now. People staying home, people losing their jobs, and just changing what everybody normally does on their day to day to completely something different. Staying home, and I guess cabin fever is like a big thing now.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on it, man?
So my thoughts on it, like, first and foremost, the people who have like family members who've had COVID or who caught COVID themselves or had a family member pass away. Like, I can imagine that because right now I haven't had any big losses in my family, and hopefully that still stays true. But like for the people who have, like, I can imagine the pain that they're going through right now.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like we all know somebody like who has passed away. Like I lost a
Yeah.
lot of family members who passed away from it, man, and it's just kind of weird, like when you lose somebody, then I just hear stories about like you're not even allowed to see them,
Yeah.
and when they pass away, and it's just like a really sad, like when they pass away alone and all that stuff, and that's always really hard, and so it's just like it's something that's new. The last time there was like a pandemic or anything like that, like in the world, was like during the influenza, Spanish
Yeah.
flu, and all that stuff. So it's definitely new territory for all of our generations, really. So trying to learn how to cope with it's really hard.
I think it's really hard that it hits close to home. Like the Navajo Nation is one of the hardest plates ever hit, and we still have one of the highest rates in the world of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And it's real hard when it's like your people that's being affected and nothing's being done to help them. Like the CARES Fund Act for the Navajo Nation is still not in play. Like people still haven't received money, and people are like, if they catch COVID, they're automatically out for 2 weeks of work, and we're already a struggling nation. Like people need help, and the help's not coming. And I couldn't imagine what people are feeling like. Could you imagine, like, if you catch COVID, you have bills due and you aren't able to work?
Yeah, that's just definitely like hardship, financial hardship that comes with it. And then like you got to quarantine for 2 weeks, and even after, you got to go and drive and get yourself tested again, and it's always risky, because like a lot of people could be asymptomatic and everything like that, and you could be hanging out with somebody like at work, because I know a lot of stories people work and then they call their family members like the next day, and it's like, hey, the person I was working with got COVID. So, and it's just a big mess, man. And it sucks that like right now we're going into like our third wave of the coronavirus. And it seems like to me personally, just going about my day to day, like how we normally do, I'm noticing a lot of people are just not really caring about it. Like they don't see that there's a third wave coming.
Yeah.
I noticed that New Mexico just recently shut down the whole state again.
Yeah. New Mexico is getting really, really hit hard. And again, that's the Navajo Nation. That's our people. That's Gallup. That's Albuquerque. That's all those other tribes over there.
Yeah.
And I feel like I personally have a day to day, a day to day routine, and the COVID's just breaking that. Like, and it's hard to get used to a new routine and just stay home. And you do want to go see family members. Like, I want to go see my family, but I try not to see them as much as I want to, just purely for the fact of COVID. And if I'm asymptomatic, I don't want to get them sick. Like, I don't even want to risk it.
Yeah.
And it's super hard because I really do miss them.
Yeah. It's definitely hard, man. Yeah. And it's just, especially with our Navajo Nation, they're on like weekend lockdowns still.
Yeah.
How long have they been on weekend lockdowns?
I think the weekend lockdowns are done and they're moving to a 3-week lockdown. So every day, I think, from what my family says, all the stores closes on the res at 3 p.m.
Dang.
So I think it's like from 7 to 3 p.m. you have the opportunity to go to the store, which is like rough because like, people drive to the store like miles and miles away. Like they take like an hour drive just to get groceries, and that window just shrunk.
I can't imagine the people that have like morning shifts and all that.
Yeah.
They can't even like go and get stuff, that's hard, man.
Yeah, it's like our people need help, and we need leadership, but there is none. Whether it's from the government or our now nation government, the United States government, the Arizona government, we need help, and it takes all of us to defeat this.
Yeah, and one thing that I see like Jonathan Nez really talking about, he's just like it comes from the people. You know, the people have to
Yeah.
stop this, stop the spread, and all that stuff. Wear masks and all that. It's crazy to this day, man. I'm seeing people without wearing masks.
You go
It's
to the store and like people are just without mask or like wearing it beneath their nose. Like
yeah.
at this point, like we know what should be done and you're still not doing it.
I'm still like I've been seeing like a lot of like watching videos of nurses and doctors talking. It's just like they would be talking to COVID patients that who are on their deathbed dying,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Nah, I still." They're like, "Would you wear a mask again?" They're like, "Nah." It's just like, wow, that's
As well.
insane.
So yeah, on to another topic. For COVID, we have a holiday coming up this week, which is Thanksgiving. And what are your thoughts about that? Are you gonna go see family? Are you still having a dinner? What are your plans for Thanksgiving?
So Thanksgiving is just gonna be with like my immediate family.
Yeah,
You know, like my mom, my dad, my brothers, and my sisters. You know, as far as
yeah,
for like Thanksgiving in the past, you know, we used to have like all sorts of family members come over, big old huge feast and all that, but we're
yeah.
just gonna shrink it down to just, you know, us, you know. I know my family, they're really like conscious when it comes to like coronavirus and everything like that. So I know they'll be all right and I don't go nowhere. I work from home, so I don't go nowhere.
Yeah, I don't really go anywhere too. Like I work and go to school, and my day to day is already just staying home all the time.
Hmm.
So, but Thanksgiving, it's again like the nominations hit one of the hardest, and you don't want to take any risk and put
Hmm.
your family at risk. It's having that sacrifice to not go see them for their health,
Yeah.
and once you go see them, you're putting them at risk
Hmm.
and yourself at risk.
Yeah. So that's why like it's the whole thing. Like a lot of people got to make sacrifices for this whole
Yeah,
time. You know, especially like how you said, Navajo Nation's hit
it's
hard,
hard.
bro.
Yeah.
So it's it's all up in the air right now. Just might buy a turkey sandwich over it somewhere. Yeah,
Safeway.
uh,
do you think? Do you think there's gonna be a huge spike after the holiday?
yes.
Yes.
I'm kind of surprised. Well, maybe I don't know. I didn't see that big of a huge spike from Halloween. Did
Yeah.
you? I
There was a little of a spike, but it wasn't like that significant. I thought it was gonna like
yeah,
triple or quadruple, but
yeah,
I think it like just doubled or whatever. But it
yeah.
wasn't all that bad.
Like a few hundred more people.
But I didn't see a lot of people trick or treating. Like I live in an apartment, so there's not a lot of trick or treaters go to my complex. But even when I like drove around, there was still nobody like walking around in costumes and everything.
Which I think is good, you know.
Yeah,
And that's what's I think really sucks is like holidays. This whole year is just kind of screwed, man.
it really is.
Easter, birthdays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, it's all gonna be Santa's off this year.
I really hope things get better for Christmas, so you actually enjoy that holiday because that's one of our more important holidays that I really
Yeah,
like to celebrate on the reservation. We're like, I like to get presents. Like I could care less about receiving presents, but I really do like giving my parents and my sister like something to look forward to. So I try to get
yeah.
all my like immediate family presents.
Amazon's gonna blow up, bro.
Amazon,
Amazon's gonna blow up.
Amazon was already busy during the holidays, and then
Yeah.
now it's just like it's even gonna be more busy. And another thing for Thanksgiving is Black Friday.
Hmm.
Do you plan to do any Black Friday shopping
All online, man.
online?
I'm not going nowhere. Heck no, man. Like, it's just too much of a risk, you
You're not gonna
know?
fight over a TV.
Oh. It's like,
The
watch out.
PS5? Would you fight for over a PS5?
Shh. On a bidding war. But no, man, I ain't gonna go shopping nowhere or anything like that. It's just one thing I think is really cool is like I see a lot of stores already doing like pre Black Friday sales like
Yeah.
online and everything. So I think that's good, But Cyber Monday I think is gonna be everyone's new favorite. So
Same favorite holiday.
what about you? You gonna go Black Friday shopping?
I already did most of my like shopping online.
Hmm.
I wasn't really a Black Friday person. Like I don't want to go fight somebody over some, like, I'll pay the extra, like, $10 or whatever. Like,
Yeah, I am gonna miss those videos though that always came out, like the malls or something like that. People fighting over things.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I have yet to experience something like that. I went to Black Friday shopping once at Walmart a couple of years ago, but it was like organized and everything. There was no fist flying or nothing, but I think in the big city here, that would be a big thing.
So yeah, thank you for watching. This is the end of our episode. Please watch more about